All right. Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us. My name is Rachel Summer, and this is my model, Melissa. Hello. Today, we're going to be discussing our GK hair best treatment, our Acai best treatment. So, as well as our Miami Bomb, I'm sorry, not our Miami Bombshell, our Hot Bombshell mask. So, we're going to do our treatment first of our best Acai, and then our Hot Bombshell mask after that, which I'll explain more about in a few minutes on what the advantages are of that. So again, my name is Rachel Summer. I've been with the company a little over 10 years, and I'm very excited to show you this Hot Bombshell mask, especially because myself, I enjoy the benefits of it. And with GK Hair line itself, we actually have a revolutionary hair care line that actually brings beauty and healthy hair. That's our mission, is to bring healthy hair to everyone and vibrancy as well. So, and how we do this is with our patented Juvexin. Yes, this is our keratin. It's a keratin protein blend that works from the inside out as well as anti-aging. So I'm going to, and by the way, Juvexin is in all of our products, and we're beginning to, or have already begun to create everything vegan. So our acai treatment is vegan. We also have a cocoa best that's vegan as well. Our color line is vegan. So we're moving into that vegan world to satisfy the environment and to satisfy our needs in the salon. So generally, I would, because there's a processing time for the best acai and all of our best treatments, I decided to not only have a live model, but I have our secondary model, Deborah, and we're going to be working simultaneously. So Melissa here, I've already done the treatment on, and she's completely rinsed out. So I'm going to actually work backwards, because usually the Hot Bombshell mask is done after the treatment processes and we wash her out. And I'll explain those steps. Usually also with our best treatments, we tend to use the deep conditioner, but because of some of the active ingredients in our best treatments, I decided today to use our Hot Bombshell mask in place of our deep conditioner. So I'm going to go over the steps for the processing. Then I'm going to work kind of backwards, like I mentioned, and I'm going to do the Hot Bombshell on her, which has to process for 20 minutes. And while she's processing for 20 minutes, I'm going to go ahead and show you the application for the GK Hair Best Acai treatment. And this is Deborah, by the way, if I didn't introduce you already. Okay, so the steps for the Best Acai Cocoa, and I'm going to show you that bottle right now. Here it is. Okay, obviously it does have acai in it. It also has grapeseed oil, as well as our Juvexin V2. And all of these as a combination are going to work to restore the hair from the inside out. They're going to also prevent any future damage to the hair. They're going to repair the hair, and the antioxidants in it are going to help fight the free radicals that are caused by environmental damage, sun. So when we think about keratin, it's very important to also note what it actually is. Keratin is a protein that's found naturally in your hair. So our hair is made of it. So when we think about what we're doing as a keratin treatment, and any keratin treatment, especially with our line in particular, being that we're using all raw materials and raw ingredients, we're actually putting the keratin back into the hair. And that's very important to note, and understanding what keratin is, especially explaining that to your clients, because I know that there's a ton of clients that would say, hey, my hair is already straight, I don't need a keratin. Well, every client that walks through your door is a candidate for keratin, because every client has lost keratin over the years. And it's, again, caused by those free radicals, caused by environmental damage, sun damage, coloring the hair. All of these things will remove antioxidants out of the hair. So we want to put it back in the hair, as well as the keratin. So we want to put those things back into the hair. And by using our best acai treatment, we're able to do that with a combination of our keratin, Juvexin, as well as our acai, grapeseed oil, Juvexin V2. Of course, I said that already. So in any of our treatments, and I'm going to talk about our best treatment primarily, we do have 4 different best treatments. This is one of them, our best acai. We also have a Best Cocoa, our original best, and our Miami Bombshell. They're all done the same way. So when I talk about this best treatment, you'll know that every other treatment, if you choose to use a different one, that they can all be done the same, or they are done the same way. The differences are our best original treatment does not have acai in it. It does not have cocoa. It's just our original best treatment. Our best acai is the ingredients inside versus our best cocoa. The best cocoa and the best acai are both vegan formulas. So that also creates a difference because our best original treatment is not yet vegan, and we're working on that now. Our Miami Bombshell as well is not yet vegan, but we're also working on that. So the differences between the best cocoa and the best vegan being that, I'm sorry, best cocoa and best acai, the fact that they're both vegan, yes, the differences are going to be the ingredients, the other active ingredients, where the best acai has acai, grapeseed oil, and acerola flour. I don't know if I pronounced that correctly, but it is listed online. So if you want to take a look, gkhair.com, and you can see that I'm probably pronouncing that incorrectly. So how we start our process with any of our best formulas is going to be with our pH Plus shampoo, which is also vegan. Our pH Plus shampoo, as you're going to notice, has a number 1 on it. And that just represents the first step. So all of our treatments, whether it be our best treatments, our deep conditioner, our color sealing, our fast blow dry, our resistant, any of those treatments will have the number 2 on it because 2 represents the second step. 3 and 4 will represent our shampoo and conditioner, okay, for aftercare. Okay, so always the first step, pH plus, because it has a pH plus, a pH of 8.5, which is going to help manually open up that cuticle, being that there's nothing in our treatments to do so for us. So we really want to make sure that using the pH plus shampoo to open up that cuticle with a pH of 8.5 is really going to help us drive that juvexin into the hair. Okay. Also, our pH plus shampoo has juvexin in it, as well as everything in our line, whether it be our color, our styling products, our treatments, it all has juvexin in it, which again is our keratin protein blends, anti-aging formula exclusive to GK Hair only. So no other company can use this technology. It's very revolutionary because it actually works from the inside out. Unlike other keratins possibly could just sit on top of the hair and seal the cuticle down, which is doing nothing for the interior of the hair, such as the cortex. So we're actually repairing the cortex from the inside out and into the cuticle and then sealing the cuticle down. Okay, so very damage relief. It's going to create shine. It's going to prevent damage in the future and create frizz-free hair up to 5 months. So our best treatments, all 4 of them, will give you up to 5 months of frizz-free hair and up to 90% curl reduction. Okay, and that's going to vary based on your client who has either very coarse, thick hair. You may not see as a 90% curl reduction, whereas Melissa here today will see a 90% curl reduction because her hair is fine. Obviously, you can see she's platinum, and that's one of the reasons why I did choose to do our hot bombshell mask after the best acai. So again, going back to our pH plus shampoo, it is the number 1 step. So we do have a saying with GK Hair: 1 and 2 stay with you, 3 and 4 go out the door. So 3 and 4 represent our shampoo and conditioner again. So 3 and 4 go out the door, and it's a must, and I'll talk about that later, that they do use the aftercare shampoos and conditioners. We have plenty to choose from, but I'll get into that a little later. So our first step is we're going to shampoo with our pH plus shampoo 2 to 3 times. You're really going to want to make sure that you're shampooing enough to hear the squeak. You want it to be super clean. We want to get rid of all the natural oils or any excess oils in the hair or any products in the hair. Okay, we want to really manually open up that cuticle. So you're really going to scrub the hair. Our second step is we're going to apply our best acai, and we're going to saturate the hair with this. So if you're just tuning in, this is our best acai class from GK Hair, and it is done the same as all the rest of our best treatments. It is done differently, however, from our resistant and curly formula. So if you're used to that formula, the resistant or curly formula, this is a different application, and it does have a processing time. So after we apply this and saturate it to the hair, we're going to put a cap on her, and we're going to process her from 45 to 60 minutes. Again, I've already done that with Melissa. So she's already prepped and ready to go for our hot bombshell mask. So after you process her for 45 to 60 minutes, you're going to take her back to the shampoo bowl and you're going to rinse her out thoroughly. You want to completely rinse out all of the products. And then you're going to shampoo them with our CBD shampoo, which is also vegan. Okay, this is our CBD shampoo. Has wonderful benefits to the hair, very nourishing, very hydrating. The CBD in it helps with any scalp issues that you possibly may have. It smells wonderful. It's one of my favorite smelling products in GK Hair line. Okay, so we're going to shampoo them lightly with one shampoo of our CBD shampoo. And then, like I mentioned earlier, we usually use our deep conditioner, which is over here, and I'll grab that so you can see it. But today I chose to use our hot bombshell mask instead. So usually you use the deep conditioner for leave it on for 5 minutes and then you rinse it out. But today we're going to use our hot bombshell mask, which is right here. It's a 3.4 ounce bottle. And we're going to leave this on for 20 minutes while I put the best acai on our model, Deborah. Okay, so after you leave this on for 20 minutes with a cap on it, we then rinse it out and we're going to get our blow dry and flat iron. Okay, so we're going to show you all of that today. I'm very excited to show it to you. So one of the reasons, again, I chose the hot bombshell mask is because A, she's blonde. With our best treatments, the active ingredients, not only being Juvexin and acai and acerola, which I'm not sure again if I'm pronouncing that correctly, as well as grapeseed oil, the glycolic acid that's in our best one, because they are 100% formaldehyde free. So we use glycolic acid instead. Glycolic acid, if you know what it is, it's an alpha hydroxy exfoliant. Sorry, it's an exfoliant, alpha hydroxy exfoliant, so it does have a very low pH, but it can cause color shifting. So Melissa here, she loves to be platinum, and you could see after I did the acai best treatment on her hair, she does pull some unwanted yellow tones. Okay, I don't know if you could see that very well, but I'm certainly seeing it. So the hot bombshell mask will eliminate those unwanted yellow or brassy tones. So it does have a blue-based neutralizer in it to do so on blondes. And our hot bombshell mask is an instant repair. It also prevents from future breakage as well. So she's getting like a double treatment today. The hot bombshell mask, which is an instant repair. She does have over-processed hair, so the acai best treatment is going to help as well. And now again, the double treatment with the hot bombshell mask. So I'm going to go ahead and put some gloves on, and we're going to get her started. And I did shampoo her with the pH Plus shampoo 2 times. And I rinsed it out completely because you want to make sure that there's no residual bubbles from the shampoo in the hair, because that can block the treatment from working. I processed her for 45 minutes. I did rinse her out. I shampooed her already with the CBD shampoo. So she is ready to go with her hot bombshell mask. So our hot bombshell mask is mixed with 0.25 ounces of our hot bombshell mask to 0.34 ounces of hot water, or warm to hot water. So I've already taken my water bottle and filled it with hot water, right? And I'm going to go ahead and mix it real quick on my scale back here. So just give me 1 second. I wanted to make sure it was fresh. And you're going to notice in the bottle, it's very liquidy. But once you mix it with the hot water, it becomes a creamy consistency, which is nice and easy to spread through the hair. And you're going to instantly see some neutralization of unwanted tones in the blondes. Okay, so let me go ahead and do this. And make sure to shake your bottles. Any treatment that you're using, doesn't matter if you're using the best, our hot bombshell mask, even our shampoos, you want to make sure to shake the bottles really well. So you're going to get your bartending skills out and get it shaken. Because the products can separate in the bottle because they are all raw materials, so they do separate in the bottle, and you don't want to have different applications or different parts of the product at different applications. So we want to make sure each time you pour it into the bowl, we're getting the same exact product as we did last time. This comes up pretty fast. Again, it's 0.25 of the hot bombshell mask in ounces to 0.34 ounces of hot to warm water, warm to hot water. Right on the money. Okay. I've already pre-filled this with hot water, so I'm just going to go right ahead and gently pour it in. And I'll show you the consistency that it turns to. Okay. Go ahead and also put on my gloves. And when I first poured the hot bombshell mask, our hot bombshell mask into the bowl, it was very liquid. But now, as I mix it, it becomes a very creamy consistency. And the more I mix it, the more creamy it gets. And look at that tone in there, that blue violet undertone in there. That's really going to help tone out her unwanted yellow tones. So again, I'm working backwards because this is the second part of the treatment after the best acai has already processed and been rinsed out, as well as shampoo. I will show you the application of the best acai once I am done applying this hot bombshell mask on Melissa. All right. So we're going to section our hair into quadrants. She does have a side mullet, I'm going to call it, so we don't have to worry about the left side. So I'm just going to start from the back, and we're going to work from the nape of the neck. We're going to take about quarter-inch sections, quarter-inch to half-inch sections, depending on your hair texture. Because she has very fine hair, I'm taking a little bit larger of a section to get through it. Okay, so we're just going to place it right on, just like color, and we're just going to massage it through. Very similar to the application of the best treatment, our best acai treatment, as well as our other best treatments, as well as our Miami Bombshell treatment as well, which I did a few weeks ago. If you were in our class, welcome back. I did show that treatment. I think that was about a month ago, actually. So we do have classes every single Monday. So please tune in. If you don't know where to find the link, you can certainly contact us. We are Facebook Live or Instagram Live every single Monday at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So you could see that tone right in, oh, it's so beautiful. Now we're having a special today, and Zorro is going to share that special with you on the screen so you guys can check it out. We're having a very big sale for anybody who is logging in today and joining us with Facebook Live or on our Zoom chat, our Zoom class. So anybody who is watching me right now is eligible to receive our new promotions that are highly discounted. Our one promotion is for our 10-ounce treatment of the best. You get 3 moisture shampoos and conditioners, as well as a pH plus shampoo. I believe it's for $250. Normally it's $267, and that's going to give you a savings of, I believe, like 37% or 38%. So we also have our 33-ounce version. So it's going to give you the best acai, 33.4 ounce, as well as our pH plus shampoo in 33.4 ounce, and our deep conditioner, 33.4 ounce, which is a big deal. Our deep conditioner usually comes in a 7.4 ounce jar or 33 3.4 ounce bottle. So this is they've never done that. I've never seen a promotion from GK Hair giving that in a promotion, a 33.4 ounce deep conditioner ever. So that's a big deal. You're also going to get the Back Bar 33.4 ounce shampoo and conditioner, our moisture shampoo and conditioner. So please take advantage of it. Zorro, can you please share that on the screen for us?
Yes, Rachel, it's actually being displayed at the moment.
Oh, great. Sorry, I can't see it. So
Okay.
I apologize. So yes, please take advantage of it. There's a code on there that you can use. If you're not sure, please contact us in our chat box and you will receive that discount. It is definitely one to take advantage of because, like I said, the larger size one, you're getting a 41% savings, I believe. So it's normally $561, and you're getting the 33 ounce version for $230, I think. I have it written down over here. So excuse me, I'm sorry, $330. Normally it is $561 for that package, but you're getting it for $330. So that's a major savings, and it is a 41% savings. So please take advantage of it. And only you who are watching me now can be qualified to get that deal. So definitely do so. So again, I'm just saturating the hair with this treatment. And you can see on here the more how the glycolic acid from our best treatment, our best acai treatment, has shifted the color slightly to possibly unwanted yellow tones. So this is just neutralizing out her blonde. It's delivering instant moisture and instant repair to her hair. And also it's going to protect her from any future damage. Okay, it does have our grape oil in there. It's got argan oil in it. So these are great antioxidants as well to help fight against those free radicals that cause damage. It also, again, has our juvexin, of course. Everything has our juvexin in it, which again is our keratin. It's our keratin anti-aging protein blend that works again from the inside out. Make sure we get all of this side here. I love this haircut. She could pull it off. I cannot pull this off. There's no way, but I love it. And last week we actually did her color. So I used our new lightening powder mask, which, by the way, lifts 9 levels. It has the juvexin in it. It is amazing. If you haven't tried it and you're looking for a new lightener, this is it. Okay, it's amazing consistency. It goes on the hair very well, and it does even lifting powers up to 9 levels. Okay, that's a big deal. It has meteorite powder in it, but not to get off subject of our best acai, but I just wanted you to know that I did lighten her last week, and you do with our best treatments, any 4 of them, any which one you use, you do have to wait 10 to 14 days to color. So what I mean by that is you can color 10 to 14 days prior to doing the treatment or 10 to 14 days after. I prefer to do it before because our treatments do work better on color treated hair because the cuticle is already open. Like I mentioned earlier, there's nothing in our products that are going to change the sulfate bonds of our hair or open up our cuticle. So it is not a permanent treatment. Our best acai is not a permanent treatment. It will eventually fade out. And like I said, up to 5 months you'll get, and that's going to depend on whether or not your client is using the aftercare shampoo and conditioner from GK. Okay, that's really going to depend on that and their lifestyle. And again, if you guys have any questions, feel free to write in our chat box. Zorro will translate it to me since I can't see my screen to read it. But yes, he will transfer the questions to me and relay them to me.
Yes, Rachel. We actually do have a question from Ashley here, who is on the Zoom link. So she wants to know if the hair are porous, can it make the hair turn purple?
Hi, Ashley. In my experience, I haven't noticed that, but anything is possible if it's over porous. So yes, the answer is yes, it can, because it has such a violet blue base to it. So yes, it can turn a purpley color. So this treatment stays on for up to 20 minutes. So I'm probably not going to spend the entire 20 minutes of it on her hair. However, Melissa here, she does actually like it purple. So she's going to love it if I left it on a little longer. And it did pick up more purple tones, being that she is porous. She's actually going to love it. But it does not stay in the hair permanently if it does turn the hair blue. So yes, your platinums, you do have to be careful of. Maybe leave it on for less than the 20 minutes. The processing time is 5 to 20 minutes. So taking that into consideration when you're working on porous hair. And that's a great question, by the way, because obviously we're going to be working on a lot of blondes who possibly do have porous hair because they might be a little over processed to get to that blonde area, the level, sorry. A good question, thank you. We also have our Miami Bombshell mask as well, which is our masks in our jars, which you can also use. But today I wanted to use this treatment because of all the properties it has for the prevention of future damage, the free radicals that it has. So I'm really loving this product. We just revamped it too. So we've made it vegan. It was not always vegan, and we came out with a larger size bottle. It used to only come in a 0.5 ounce bottle. So we really have changed it and moved it up to a better product overall, and larger size, obviously. And if you do have a client who's more porous and the hair is on the ends more platinum than the root area, you could certainly work on the roots first and then pull it down to the ends at the very end of her processing time. But for Melissa, because she does have very over processed hair and her hair is very fragile, I really wanted her to get the benefits of the properties that will restore her hair instantly on her ends, especially. So that's why I'm pulling it through right away. So please take advantage of those promo deals that we have. Again, they're only exclusive to people who are watching the class right now. After I'm done applying this bombshell mask, I will be showing you the application for the best acai. And by the time I'm done with that, she should be ready to be rinsed. And then after I rinse her, we're going to blow dry her with high heat, high tension. And the reason we do that is because first of all, we want to use a smaller round brush than we're normally using, because we want that high tension. The glycolic acid that's in our best treatments, and this goes for all of our best treatments, by the way, all the glycolic acid in our best treatments will soften up that pube. And what we have to do with the brush and blow dryer is really stretch out that hair. It is very important to get the hair with very high tension dry. Okay. Then we're going to seal her in with our flat iron, and it has to be a titanium iron. Now, one of the things about when we first start our clients with our pH Plus shampoo, which has that number 1, indicating it is the first step, is that it does have the Juvexin already in it. So you are predisposing the hair to Juvexin before you even do any of our treatments. We also have a ton of products for add-on services, which are great for somebody who just comes in and they are getting a haircut and you say, you know what, I would love you to try this product. Or maybe they're hesitant about getting keratin. We have our color sealing formula, which will last up to 2 months. And that's a great add-on service for after doing color, or to anybody who they don't have to have color, in other words. We also have our fast blow dry, which I like to call our honeymoon treatment, because it's great for people who are going on vacation. It only lasts 10 to 12 washes in the hair, but they get the experience of what Juvexin has to offer and get the smoothing capabilities as well as the frizz-free hair. So all of our treatments are create frizz-free hair, as well as put the Juvexin, our keratin again, back into the hair that they've lost. So I love the fast blow dry for that reason, because people who are hesitant about getting a treatment or a full treatment, they can experience what Juvexin does have to offer and what kind of taming that they may expect from getting a full treatment that will last up to 5 months. Our resistant formula and curly formula, they also last up to 5 months. We also have our deep conditioner, which will last about 10 washes as well. You can use that as an add-on service. You can add in our shield additive, which is our bonder. That's our bonder that you can add into anything, any one of our treatments, any color, any lighteners. I add it to all my lighteners. It is amazing bonder. There's not steps to it, so it's a one thing. You just pump 10% of your formula or whatever you have of this shield additive in there, and it's going to give it extra boost of protection, and it's going to seal the cuticle better, has the Juvexin in it, and it's going to bond the bonds back together because they do break from, from heat, number one, from color, from all these things, they do break. So we want to make sure that we build those bonds back up by using our shield additive. So again, you can add that to any of our treatments and create shiny, well, not I'm sorry, yes, shinier, but create more bonding into the hair. Okay, so it's going to give it a double, because keratin does that already, right? So we're just giving it a double dose. And Melissa here is very lucky today because she's also getting a double treatment today. She's getting our hot bombshell mask right now. She already got our best acai treatment. So her hair is going to be beautiful when we're done here. So I'm going to talk a little bit about our aftercare, because if they're not using our GK shampoos and conditioners, there is no guarantee that our treatments will last. So the only way to guarantee our treatments from working to work, is to make sure that they're going home with our shampoos and conditioners. I like to, with my clients, and this is a recommendation for all hairdressers out there who are watching, either include it in the price of the service, or have them, you could do both, or have them sign a waiver stating that they do understand that there is no guarantee the treatment would work if they do not use our aftercare shampoos and conditioners. All of our shampoos are good for all hair types. So the differences are going to rely on minute things such as ingredients. So we have our moisture shampoo, which is our longest standing shampoo and conditioner that we have. It's been around since the beginning, and obviously it's color protection, which it says on the bottle, but all of our shampoos are color safe, just so you are aware. Our moisture shampoo is definitely for drier hair types. It gives that added moisture in there. We also have our balancing shampoo, which is going to be great for clients who have more oily hair or oily scalps. It does control unwanted excess oils. We do have our anti-dandruff shampoo, which is in one of the promos that I mentioned earlier. That is a great addition to our line because we didn't always have it. It came out maybe 7 years ago, I think, or 5 years ago. And that was a great addition because we don't want our clients going to buy Head and Shoulders if they have a case of dandruff after getting one of our treatments. That will definitely take out the treatment. So we also have our CBD, which I spoke about before. That is also very moisturizing. It smells wonderful. All of our products smell wonderful, but that just happens to be my personal favorite. And we have UV protection shampoo. It's our Shield shampoo series, and that is going to help protect against the sun. But again, all of our shampoos and conditioners are good for all hair types. And we also have our silver shampoo for our blondes, which I absolutely love. It's very pigmented as well. And I use it every time I shampoo my hair. I love it. It does tone out any unwanted yellow tones instantly as well in the shower, so it's an easy fix, especially if your client's getting the best treatment and you're not doing a hot bombshell treatment on them after, or you're not doing our mask treatment. So that will help with any unwanted tones as well. Since this is an extra service, obviously it's going to be an extra cost. So sometimes clients don't want to pay that. So you can use our silver shampoo instead to save them on cost, instead of our CBD shampoo to wash out the best acai. Now, all of our shampoos are also sulfate free, sodium chloride free, paraben-free, phosphate-free, DEA-free, TEA-free, and that goes for our whole line, actually. All of our products in our line are free of all of those things, except for the cost, of course, yeah. But they're really priced, they're priced well, okay? They're not expensive for our clients to buy. That's why I don't mind including it in the price of the service, okay, and giving it to them, because I want them to use it. So to me, I think it's a good compromise to make sure that they're going home with it and keeping their treatment lasting up to 5 months. If they use something else, again, I cannot guarantee them keeping their treatment up to 5 months. Now, the up to part is important to tell your clients because it also depends on their lifestyle. If they go to the gym a lot or if they swim a lot, this is an important consultation portion to find out. So consultations, again, are very important. You want to find out their lifestyle. Do they go to the gym? Do they swim a lot? Because the ocean water, again, is salt. Your sweat is salt, which is sodium chloride, which our shampoos are free of, number one, and everything else is free of as well. All of our products, I mean. But the salt will eat away at keratin. So we want to make sure that we know this prior in our consultation to give them more realistic expectations of how long the treatment will last. So they may only get up to 3 months per se. So it really does depend. But we do have our leave-in conditioners, which I'll talk about in a few minutes, to help protect the hair from that salt water and also the sweat from going to the gym. Now she can, because we're using the best acai today, she can wash her hair immediately. She does not have to wait 48 hours to wash her hair after she gets this done. So she doesn't, or she wants to go to the gym, she can go to the gym, unlike our resistant and curly formula where you do have to wait 48 hours to wash the hair. So I talked a little bit about color shifting before because of the glycolic acid. There is one exception to the rule about coloring 10 to 15 days before or after. Again, I mentioned that I prefer to do it 10 to 14 days prior because the cuticle is open from the color. So virgin hair, it works, but I find it works better on color treated hair. So that's why I like to do it before. However, if you have a client whose hair, let's just say I have a redhead client and I do her color 10 days before, I'm definitely going to see some color shifting because of that glycolic acid. So what you can do as the exception to the rule is you can color the same day, but after. So when I'm done with my treatment, and this goes for any of our best treatments, you can go ahead, do the entire treatment, blow dry her, flat iron her, and then you can color her with any of our colors with 8 volume or less, nothing higher than 8 volume. We do have a full color line that has 8 volume, 10 volume, 20 volume, 30 volume, and 40 volume. You have to wait the 10 to 14 days after to use anything higher than our 8 volume. Okay, so that's very important to note, but it is that exception to the rule. I'm going to go ahead and put a cap on her and get her processed. I'm going to put my timer on for 10 minutes. Okay, so I'm going to move Deborah over here. Say hello to Deborah. So today, Deborah is going to get our best acai treatment as well. So I'm going to show you, and for time purposes, again, I'm going to do one panel because it's just the application process. The rest of the treatment is going to be shown on Melissa when I'm done rinsing out her hot bombshell, which is our blow dry and our flat iron. So I'm going to section her, but we start off with quadrants, of course, so you can see that. Quadrants are there. I'm going to try to turn her so you could see. Her hair is short, so this hair wouldn't go up into our quadrants. Now, when you're doing our quadrants, you really want to make sure you're doing your Princess Leia buns tightly. You want to make sure that the ends are in and not exposed, because this treatment, and all of our treatments for that matter, are done on wet hair. And the reason we want the hair to be wet is because our Juvexin, being that it's all made of raw ingredients, uses the water as a vehicle of transportation to deliver that Juvexin into the hair. And that's how it works from the inside out. Also, it allows us to use less product, which is always a good thing because we're here to make money, right? So when we use less product, because we're putting it on wet hair versus dry, we're saving ourselves some good money there. All right. I'm gonna go ahead and put my gloves on. This over here. And you also put this underneath the cap. It does not need heat, unlike our Miami Bombshell. That's going to be the only thing that differs with all 4 of our treatments in the best category, is that the Miami Bombshell does go into the heat with a cap on there. But the best acai, the best cocoa, and our traditional red, original best does not have to go into the heat, but it does have a cap. Okay, so I'm going to shake up my best acai. Again, it has acai in it, has grapeseed oil in it, Juvexin B2, which all 3 of those, or all of our ingredients combined, create antioxidants, deliver restoration for the hair, and create shine up to 5 months of frizz-free tamed hair up to 90%. And again, the difference between the best cocoa and the best acai is very minimal. It's just those other ingredients. So best cocoa has coconut oil in it. All right. So I always start off with less product. Usually with our best treatments, you're using about 2 ounces per head, give or take. I always start off with less because you can add more to the bowl, but you can't put it back into the bottle. So that's very important. So I'm just gonna put about 1/4 ounce to start, and then go from there. I'm gonna use our application brush, which has a nice comb on one side and the brush on the other. So 1/4 inch sections I'm starting, and I'm gonna go about 1/4 inch away from the scalp, which is very close. So you wanna go as close to the scalp as you can without touching it. If you need to get your ruler out, get your ruler out, but it's extremely close without touching the scalp. We don't want to touch the scalp because the glycolic acid could have a tingling effect on our clients, and that's unwanted. So as you're moving up the sections of your hair, you want to make sure that the hair remains wet. So you're going to have your spray bottle with you to re-wet the sections that you have not applied yet prior to any application. So you want to make sure that you're using warm water. You want to make sure you're using our old school water bottles, not our new misters, because as you use the mister, the water cools down as it comes out. So we want to make sure we're going back to our old school water bottles, okay? And you can still feel this is nice and warm, and it comes out warm when I spray it. So very important to know. All right, so I'm just going to go up to this section. I'm doing 1/4 inch sections of the hair. And I'm making sure when I clip it back up that my ends are tucked in nicely so they don't dry. So you get really good at your Princess Leia buns. And we're going to be saturating the hair as well. If you're used to doing our resistant or curly formula, you're going to be like, why is she putting so much product on? Because our resistant and curly formula uses very, very little formula. But we're doing our best acai treatment. So we're making sure that we actually do saturate it. And as you get to the end, you want to use our crisscross applesauce method, because that's really going to help saturate it to all of the hair evenly. All right. And again, after I apply this, we're just going to place a plastic cap on her hair and let her process for 45 to 60 minutes. Then we rinse it out completely and shampoo with our CBD shampoo. If she's a blonde, you can always use a silver shampoo instead to to get rid of any unwanted yellow tones. Right. Section. Yeah, I chose to do 2 models because I don't want you guys to have to sit there while she's processing and just watch her for that 45 minutes. It's not fun, right? But it is, I have to tell you, I do a lot of in-salon classes, and online classes are very different. And because of COVID, obviously, we started doing these, and it's really a game changer. But I'm allowing myself to reach more people, and allowing GK is able to reach more people as well. So it's a very good thing. A very different. If anybody's an educator out there, you would know what I'm talking about. So along with our full line of aftercare, we also have a full line of retail besides our shampoo and conditioner. So we have a serum, which is phenomenal. It has Juvexin and argan oil in it. Amazing serum because it does penetrate into the hair. It doesn't just sit on top. So it's not oily. It does not leave the hair oily. If you put too much product or serum on the hair, it will absorb into the hair just fine. Okay, so you don't have to worry about that. It will never look oily onto the hair. It's a great absorption for sure. We have a mousse that comes out more of a foam type. We have a thermal styler, which protects the hair from heat up to 450 degrees. It is phenomenal. It's a cream version, so you do put it on wet hair. It's great prior to blow drying. We have our leave-in conditioners, which is actually what I wanted to get to primarily because those are going to be the ones that we want to use to protect the hair from sweat, from going to the gym, and or ocean water or cool water chlorine, because those things can, again, eat away at the keratin in the hair. So what you want to do if you have a swimmer, our leave-in conditioning cream is the one you want to go with because you're going to have them wet their hair completely, put it on, tie it in a bun, go swimming, and immediately rinse out and repeat every time they go swimming again. It's going to protect their hair from any of the salt in the the salt in the ocean, the salt from their sweat, or the salt from the ocean salts, sweat. Yes, sorry, I covered it. I'm sorry. I apologize. Our leave-in spray is a very fine mist and can be, I love that for gym goers because it doesn't leave the hair greasy or wet, and you could spray it on dry hair just fine, and it won't wet their hair or revert their curls. Okay, so, all right. She's just letting me know we have 1 minute. And I'm just about done applying this. We also have a Bombshell leave-in conditioner, which has our blue base to it. So it'll instantly tone any unwanted yellow tones after shampooing and conditioning. And it does stay in the hair, but does not turn the hair purple, which is amazing. All right, we have our last piece here. So our leave-in conditioners also, I sell them to all of my clients because I believe they are the most important product your clients can use after they shampoo and condition. And the reason being is because they close down the cuticle and regulate the pH. So it really realistically is the only thing that does so. We talk about cold water and hot water, but realistically, the water that you're rinsing your conditioner out with is a pH of 7.5 or higher. So we want to bring that pH back down to healthy, which is 4.5 to 5.0, and the leave-in conditioner is what will do it. All right, so she's all done here. I'm just going to twist her. I'm going to put a cap on her and let her process. Deborah, you're going to process for 45 minutes. And then we'll see those results after the class is over. I will post pictures of Deborah, but we're going to show the rest of the process on Melissa. So thank you so much, Deborah. Say bye. See you later. All right. I'm just going to bring Melissa over to the sink here. I'm just rinsing it out, so it'll be super quick. I know you can't see the shampoo bowl, but I want to just get this done quick. So I'll make sure that I'm not lost to you forever, for a very long time. So be right back. And if anybody has questions, I can still hear Zaro, so please feel free to write something in the chat box, and I can certainly answer those questions while I'm just rinsing this out. We're using warm water to rinse it out, and mainly because Melissa is freezing cold. It is super cold in the salon today. I'm in a salon suite that I share with a friend of mine, Ashley. So Ashley, if you're watching, thank you so much. Oh, this is looking beautiful. And I believe somebody asked earlier about if on porous hair, will it grab too much purple? And I left it on for 10 minutes and her hair is beautiful. It has not grabbed too much purple. It toned beautifully without staining with purple onto the hair. I hope that helps, which you'll see in just a moment. When I'm done rinsing her, we're gonna begin our blow dry. And with our blow dry, like I mentioned earlier, it's gotta be high heat and high tension. And you're gonna start from completely wet and dry the hair. You're not gonna pre-dry the hair with the blow dryer first. You're going to go right in and start your blow dry. And you're gonna start with smaller sections. You wanna make sure that every strand of hair is getting even attention. So even tension on all strands of the hair. So you wanna take smaller sections. And I'm gonna show you that blow dry in detail. We call this our best blow dry. So you're using your best blow dry with our best products, or our best treatment. Right. She's all done rinsed, so I'm gonna bring her back over. Thank you for patiently waiting. You can have a seat here, Melissa. All right. This out of my way. All right, so I'm just gonna brush her out. Oh, it looks beautiful. It's back to where she likes it. Oh, it's been so soft. Is it? Oh, yes. It's beautiful. If you guys can see that, it's beautiful. And so I wish you guys were here to feel this. It really did instantly repair. So that hot bombshell mask instantly repairs the hair and again prevents from future damage. Okay, so I'm going to be using this round brush. We do have round brushes from GK Hair. They are amazing for tension because they have like double the bristles in it. So you're really able to grab that hair and get the tension you want in the hair. So I'm just going to turn this a little bit on the camera so you can see exactly what I'm doing. Move her a little closer. There we go. All right. So I'm going to be using our GK blow dryer. This is our ion blow dryer, which actually I forgot to mention earlier in our promos, you do get one of these free in there, either our ion blow dryer or our feather light blow dryer. This one is a little heavier, that's hence the feather weight on the other blow dryer. It also has ionic properties to it. So it's going to put ions into the hair. Negative ions, sorry. All right, so I'm going to just section her off. I want you to see the sections that I'm doing. Because you do, again, want to work in smaller sections. Our hair is very fine. So the thicker the hair, the thinner the section, basically, as a rule of thumb. And I'm going to take my brown brush. And I hold my blow dryer like this. You can hold it however you want. However, this helps me seal the cuticle because I can get in close to the scalp without A, burning her, and B, I'm going with the cuticle with our diffuser on here. Or yeah, that's what it's called, right? The diffuser, the nozzle. All right, so I'm going to set it to high heat and high flow. Concentrator. So what I first do, and I'm just going to take a section that's as wide as my brush. And I like to go in on top first and wrap that hair up around the brush and really feel it. And my brush is not going anywhere. It's stuck there. Not stuck permanently, but you'll do it. So I work my blow dryer with a concentrator, and I'm just drying first for root to mid snap. And I want to be sure that that's dry 100%. And as it's drying, you'll start feeling give on the brush. The brush will start gently moving down. And once you're able to really move it, you know that that's 100% dry. What I also like to do is go on the side vertically and get that tension there. So again, every strand is getting the same amount of tension that you want. And then I'll go vertically on this side. And really getting that tension. And you see this shine immediately. We haven't even flat ironed yet, and it already looks beautiful.
So realistically, you want to make sure that that nozzle is almost facing you where you're feeling the blow on you. And as you get to the end, you're just going to really make sure you get that tension as well. And one of the reasons you don't want to work from width to end, such as this, is because you can't get the same tension when you do that. And you'll notice by using this technique, it's a lot easier once you get the hang of it, and it creates smoother hair on everybody. So I do this technique on everybody, even clients who are not getting this service. Let's see that. Let's see that client already. Smooth the hair first. I go on top first. Make sure your head's down a little bit. That's it. And I just go in and I really make sure the nozzle is facing the direction of the cuticle. So sideways here. And make sure you're moving the blow dryer. I'm not moving the brush. The brush is still. I didn't move the brush not once. I'm just kneading this area with the blow dryer. Work this out. Again, the blow dryer is facing me, the nozzle. So you should be feeling the air on you when you're blow drying. So really make sure that that cuticle is being sealed. All right. Does have an angled cut. I do my hair on a normal basis, so that's why it's longer on one side because it's great camera. I go right to the side because our sides are thinner, so I want to make sure I get that in while it still remains wet. Sure that.
Again, if anybody has any questions, then feel free to write in the chat box and I'd be happy to answer. Our hair is so fine, it's just falling right out. All right, so again, I'm taking a smaller section than I normally would. And we want to make sure the width of the section is the same as the width of the brush. Okay. Let's see there. Then my blow dryer.
High heat, high flow. You're just tuning in. You're just tuning in. I'm doing the Miami, sorry, the best outside treatment. I did the Miami Bombshell a couple of weeks ago. You should definitely check us out if you haven't already. Every single Monday, we have a class at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on all different subjects, all different treatments. We have color. We have a full retail line. We're a one-stop shop. Everything you need for a salon. And this is our best blow dry. So this technique is used on all of our best treatments, which are 4 of them. Our original best, our best acai, which I'm doing today, our best cocoa, and our Miami Bombshell. You can see that shine. I don't know if you're able to see it, but it is gorgeous. I don't know if it translates to the camera well, but it is gorgeous. I don't think I've ever seen her hair this shiny. I've known this for 20 some odd years, and I have not ever seen her hair this shiny. And you can certainly add volume. Your clients do not have to leave with flat hair. And that's just going to be by holding your sections out to a 90 degrees. So again, I'm working my blow dryer concentrator with the direction of the cuticle. And I'm not moving my brush, I'm moving my blow dryer, getting the roots mixture dry 100% before I move on to the end. I'll go vertical to make sure that hair on this side gets the same amount of attention. So going back to our retail, we do have a wax that's great for all hair types as well. It's great for piecing out shorter hair. It's more of a matte wax. I also like to use it for color protection on the skin. It's amazing. We have a volumizer, which is a volume spray for the root, and it does not leave the hair into a stiff. So you know how some volumizers, when you spray them on, the brush kind of gets stuck and you can't get the brush through. This one, you don't have that issue. So it creates nice volume in the hair, nice body in the hair. My clients love it. I break that section out with another piece. Several different shampoos and conditioners to choose from. We also have we have a curl cream. It's called Curls Define Her. I love that for my curls. I love to wear my hair curly. And I find that this curl cream is one of the best I've ever used. It does not leave the hair crunchy at all or wet looking. It truly is a cream. We have a dry shampoo that is phenomenal, which does not leave residue on the hair. So I know some dry shampoos can feel like they're very dirty after you use it, dirtier, I should say. This does not, because it's talc free, meaning it's also carcinogen free. So it does not have the cancer causing talc in it. We use rice starch instead. And it's great for darker hair types who normally would experience like a white residue. It does not leave that white residue. So if you haven't tried it, definitely try it. Again, all of our products have Duvexin in it, which again is our anti-aging protein blend. It is specific to UK hair. No other company uses technology. It certainly is revolutionary. It puts the hair into the hair and works itself from the inside out. So it's actually reaching the cortex as well, not just sitting on top of the hair. Also, just to note, our Duvexin, which again is our keratin, is a progressive keratin, meaning that it will not over-proteinize the hair. It only goes where it's needed. So if you think of the hair as a road, and roads sometimes have potholes, so it will only fill the hair trim that has a pothole, where that pothole is. It will not lay on top of each other and continuously add protein on top of protein on top of protein, which we all know over-proteinized hair is not something we want because it can break the hair. So we want to, I just wanted to make sure you guys know that. That's also what makes us set us different from all the rest. I'm almost done here. I really have never seen my hair this shiny in my life. Really. Again, I've known her for over 20 years. To get that tension again, I'm going to start by going on the top. Here, smooth the hair out. Get that tension, wrap the hair halfway around. Feel the tension, just work that area. Some root to mid-shaft, as you can see. With the concentrator directed with the cuticle directly. To really smooth that and seal that cuticle with the blow dryer heat. High heat, high flow. I'm going vertically. For this chair gets the same 10 minutes of that. If I'm holding my blow dryer like this, I don't burn my client's scalp. Because the nozzle is facing towards me, not towards the scalp. Gently, they walk by, hold the hair 90 degrees with her. And brush. And they can leave it by, they don't have to leave with flat hair. And each section you can marry together. If they separate, just to make sure that they fall the same. You want to make sure the hair is 100% dry as well. That's important. This technique is a game changer. The best blow dry is a game changer, not just for your clients who are getting the best treatment, but for all of your clients in the future. So I'm gonna go ahead and hold your hair up 90 degrees. That tension. Work the blow dryer, not so much the brush. We'll go ahead, 90 degrees vertically. If you lose the tension, just go back and raise your tension, raising it up. And then we're gonna come this way. And once again, gonna work the end. They're almost looks like hard to flat iron, that's right. Once we're going to next about next week, so she's gonna be really happy. Her hair won't be frizzy, it'll be healthy. And she's gonna take home the leave-in conditioner, so she can protect it from the ocean water. And as a take home, I'm recommending for her the CBD shampoo and conditioner. It is vegan as well. And it has very moisturizing properties to it. And it does, the CBD does help with any scalp issues that you may have. Somebody asked me the other day, so what? Can I smoke? I'm like, no. CBD is not like that. I think the education that needs to be well established for what it is. Not something that you can, it's not a negative. You just gonna style it with however they wear it. Right, she's got some body, she's got some spine. Just one piece. All right. And there it is.
It's so nice.
Beautiful.
Wow, I love that color.
Isn't that color great?
Mhm.
What a difference. It really is a difference.
Wow.
He's wowing.
That totally does look flat.
Right? The shine is incredible, but we're gonna still go ahead and flat iron because we have to seal the cuticle down now.
The color, yes.
Yeah, no, you're fine. I love it.
It's
I'm setting her iron at 350. And you must use a titanium iron because titanium irons are the only thing that are going to seal
the Juvexin into the hair. I could promise you that if you have a ceramic iron, you try this, it will not work. Okay, I promise you that. We've tested it out. It doesn't work. I had a coworker who didn't believe me, said, no, I'm going to use it with ceramic iron. Sure enough, the client came back. So just make sure it's a titanium iron. We do have 3 options to choose from. This is our easy control, which is a 1.7 inch and 4.7 length. This is my favorite one. We also have a 1 inch. So I'm just getting the temperature right here. You can go up to 450, but obviously you want to customize the heat based on your client's hair. And she has very processed hair. But you can see the instant damage control that it gave. I mean, it's healthy instantly. It gave instant moisture. The hot bombshell has on top of the acai doing very similar things. Okay, so she got a double treatment today. This is our 1 inch iron, and we also have what's called an easy control, which is 2.7 inches wide, which is much wider than my other one. So that's great for long hair and thick long hair that you don't want to waste, or not waste, I shouldn't say waste, that's not a good word, but spends a lot of time ironing that's not necessary. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and start off ironing the hair here, 1/4 inch sections. And again, we don't have to leave the hair limp or flat against the head. You can give them body by holding the hair up at 90 degrees.
Don't check the timer.
No, they're fine. Okay, so I'm gonna take one of our carbon combs here, our rubber combs. This is heat protection, so it won't melt on you. Love these combs. If you haven't checked it out, check it out, get it. It's amazing. A life changer.
And they don't get hot, right?
And they don't get hot. They don't melt or burn. I believe I went through all the retail. Oh, we have a cashmere cream too, just FYI. So our cashmere cream is a blow dry cream. So I'm just gonna go ahead and tap the root here, and then I'm gonna go to the ends. So I always do more passes from the root to mid shaft than I do from mid shaft to ends, because the ends are older, they're more compromised. So if I don't count, I just do it until I see the shine. So once I see the shine, I know that I'm done, that the Juvexin has been crystallized. So I'm going to go ahead right to the scalp, holding it out 90 degrees. This way I get right to the root area without burning her. I tap the root and I go to the mid shaft. However many times it needs till I see the shine, and then go on to her ends. So I'm able to control the passes from root to mid shaft by holding the hair at the mid shaft and smoothing it first with my fingers. So I'll show you what I mean by that. So I'll comb it first to make sure everything is smooth, and I'll smooth it with my fingers and hold it at the mid shaft out at 90 degrees. So I can get in there with the iron to the root area without burning her. And then I stop right at my fingers until I see the shine. And then I drop it because the hair is hot. I grab it with the comb at the midsection and then continue down to the ends until I see the shine. Okay, so you really want to make sure that you're aware of the differences in texture, not texture, but compromised hair around the hair. So obviously around the hair line is going to be a little bit more compromised. So take that into consideration when determining what temperature you're using and the heat, the passes, I'm sorry. So obviously I'm going to do less passes in those areas. In the crown of the head, it is thicker usually, so, and less compromised, so I can potentially do more passes. But it's really going to be determined based on the client's hair. So using your best judgment is going to determine your temperature on your iron up to 450 degrees. But I have to tell you, I never used 450 degrees. Very rarely if I do. Okay. So again, I have her temperature set at 350 because her hair is compromised. We did her color last week using our lightening powder mask, which is our newest lightener. It's very exciting. It has meteor light dust in it or fragments in it. It is left up to 9 levels. Today, we're doing the best acai, our GK hair best acai on Melissa. So we've already done that. And then we followed it up with the hot bombshell mask. So she got a double treatment today. The acai best will stay in her hair for up to 5 months and last up to 5 months. Giving her frizz-free hair, nourishment, putting that Juvexin into her hair so it's filling up those potholes in her hair where she's missing proteins, and creating healthy, beautiful hair, which is what we strive to do at GK Hair. That is our mission. And of course, it gives everybody confidence, right? Because when your hair is beautiful, you feel beautiful yourself. You feel good. When your hair looks good, you always feel good. Okay. So again, I'm holding at the mid shaft. Just going in. To that mid shaft, and then I'll drop it for the ends into the comb so I don't burn my fingers. Finish that off. More passes from root to mid shaft than mid shaft to ends. Being that the ends are more compromised, it's very important. So I'm just going to go over the steps again. If you are just tuning in or you are confused about something, I will reiterate the steps of the services we did today. So we started off with our pH Plus shampoo. And again, this is for our best acai treatment that we've already done on Melissa. So, we start off with our pH Plus shampoo, which has a pH level of 8.5. It also already has our Juvexin in it, so it is predisposing the hair to Juvexin. The shampoo 2 times, but you could do 2 to 3 times. You do it until you feel the sweep or hear the sweep. You want to make sure that it's completely rinsed out of the hair as well, because if there's any lingering shampoo in the hair, it can block the treatment from working. So we are trying to put the keratin back into the hair, hence taming it. That's what these treatments do. They tame the hair, reduces the curl up to 90%, depending on the hair texture that you're working with, as well as how long you leave it on for, which the timing is 45 to 60 minutes. We then brought her back to the chair, leaving her hair wet. We sectioned her into quadrants, and we began the application at the nape of the neck, saturating the product, the best acai product, onto her hair. Okay, we used a crisscross applesauce on her ends to make sure that she got full saturation. After we applied the entire head, we then put her under a cap and let her process for 45 minutes. Again, you could process up to 60 minutes. We did hers for 45 minutes because of her hair texture is very fine and compromised. So she didn't need the full 60 minutes. Nothing bad will happen if you do it for 60 minutes. It's just she didn't need it. So time is money in a salon, so we have to take that into consideration. So knowing your client's texture is important, and determining that time is obviously important as well. Now, great about this, since it does have a processing time, you can take somebody in between. Okay, so while yes, it takes longer, our best treatments take longer than our other treatments, such as the resistant and curly formula, you can also take another client in between. So you could book a haircut, for example, while she's processing for that 45 to 60 minutes. And therefore getting more tickets. So after she processed for 45 minutes, we then brought her back to the sink and we rinsed her out with warm water until it was completely out of her hair. We then shampooed her with our CBD shampoo, which is also vegan, as well as our acai dust treatment. So I chose that one for that reason, and because it has great nourishing properties to it. We did it a light one shampoo. And usually with our best treatments, like I mentioned earlier, we go ahead and use our deep conditioner for 5 minutes on the hair. But because of the color shifting that can happen because of the glycolic acid in the acai best treatment, we used the hot bombshell mask and left it on for 10 to 15 minutes. You can leave it on up to 20 minutes with a cap on there. So we did it for a little over 10 minutes because I was talking while I was applying it. So a little over 10 minutes. And the question before was, will the blue base purple stain her hair if I leave it on too long? So that's another reason why I only did it for 10 minutes, a little over 10 minutes realistically. But as you can see, it did not stain her hair, and her hair is super porous on the ends. Okay, so it just did the job that it's supposed to do. It toned out that unwanted yellow. If you saw her hair before, you saw that yellow on the screen. And my goodness, again, I've known Melissa 20 years. I've never seen her hair so shiny.
It feels great.
It does feel great. So after we left the hot bombshell mask on for a little over 10 minutes, we then rinsed it out completely. And we began our best blow dry, which is a high tension blow dry with high heat using our GK hair round brush. And now we are flat ironing it to seal it in. She cannot color her hair for 10 to 14 days with anything higher than 8 volume. If we didn't do the hot bombshell mask and she needed to be toned, you can go ahead right after you're done with the service and tone her with any color with 8 volume, nothing higher. Okay, so that's very important to note. And if you're doing the color before, which I usually do, it's my preference, you have to do it 10 to 14 days prior. Now this treatment will last up to 5 months in her hair. That is, of course, if she's going to use the aftercare shampoo and conditioner, which is going to be for her, the CBD shampoo and conditioner, which I'm recommending. You're going to use it, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I have it.
She's like, I'm going to say yes. So you have an iron next to me. But a good way around making sure that your clients do take it home is either including it into the service cost and or having them sign a waiver stating that they understand that if they do not use the shampoo and conditioners that we have to offer from GK Hair, that the treatment will not last and you cannot guarantee your work. Very, very important. If they don't use it, our shampoo and conditioner from GK Hair, you will see for yourself that they will be back and it will not work. Not only does it have the Juvexin in the shampoos and conditioners, but it also is sulfate free, sodium chloride free, phosphate free, DEA free, TEA free, except for the cost, it's free of everything. So it's a very clean line and it goes for all of our products. So if you're just new to GK Hair, that is a good point to make because it's a very, very clean product line. Our colors are vegan, which is what our customers are asking for these days. So it's very important to let your customers know all these things, that we're using pure ingredients. They're all cold pressed, so they're getting it in a raw state. So you're getting the maximum nutrients you possibly can. It's like when you think about vegetables, a cooked vegetable versus a raw vegetable. Which do you get more nutrients from? You get more from the raw vegetable, right? Well, think about that in the sense of keratin as well, because it's extracted in a cold press method. We're able to retain it in a raw state and delivering it to the hair in a raw state. So you're getting the maximum nutrients possible that you can get from our treatments, from any period. And that is patented, so no other company can use this technology. It is strictly excluded from anybody else using it. It's primarily only for GK Hair. Can carry that tax. Okay, so I'm finishing up here. You can use a serum afterwards. She does have some flyaways at the top that our serum will take care of. Again, it's not an oily serum, so it won't leave her hair oily or limp, but it will help with the flyaways and smooth them down. She can wash her hair whenever she wants after this. There is no wait time. Again, this is for the best acai, as well as for all of our best treatments. There is no wait time to wash their hair. So if you have clients that are gym goers and they cannot miss a day from the gym, this is the treatment you would want to use on them versus our resistant and curly formula, which has a 48-hour wait period. Here, sorry. No, 4 weeks ago, I did our Miami Bombshell treatment on live Facebook, which was done the same way. The only difference between our Miami Bombshell, which falls under the best category because we have 4 of them, the only difference was that she processed underneath the heat with a cap. Because the Miami Bombshell has vitamin B12 in it, as well as the purple tone, blue base tone, the heat activates that vitamin B12. So if you saw that class and you're wondering why I didn't put her under heat this time, that's the reason, because this is not the Miami Bombshell, although it falls under the best category. The rest of the rest of the best products, treatments do not need heat except for the Miami Bombshell. Okay. Hope you guys are enjoying the class and this is informative. Again, if you do have any questions, please don't hesitate to write in the comment box or in the chat box, and Zora will relay the question over to me. These little baby hairs too, you can get right to them if you hold up 90 degrees and you get to them. So don't be discouraged being that this is a bigger flat iron. You can get right to it as long as you're holding that hair at 90 degrees. The easiest way, if you don't know already, to find 90 degrees is using your comb. The flat part of your comb you're going to put on the head, and wherever that tip goes is where 90 degrees is, because it changes throughout the head, being that the head is round. So 90 degrees on top is going to be different than 90 degrees right here. Okay, you can't see that. There it is. 90 degrees there, 90 degrees there, 90 degrees there. So as long as you're holding it at 90 degrees, you can get right to that root and get those little baby hairs, even with a bigger iron. We are almost done here, and I'm so excited. I can always take pictures. So we're going to post some pictures on Facebook. I'm going to send them to Zorro, and he will post them on there so you could see and zoom in to the pictures to see what a beautiful blonde color it toned to. Because it really did tone out that unwanted yellow tones that could happen due to the glycolic acid in our formula, which is the same and true for all the rest of our best formulas. The glycolic acid, again, is an exfoliant, alpha hydroxy exfoliant to be exact, and can shift color. But again, you can color with 8 volume to tone them right afterwards as soon as you're done with the service, but nothing higher than 8 volume, nothing higher. You'll have to wait for anything higher for 10 to 14 days. So we're just sealing in that Juvexin and making sure that we're not over ironing either, because that's counterproductive to what we're trying to do. We're making the hair healthier, frizz free, and we don't want to over iron to create damage. That's, like I said, counterproductive. I'll strap my comb. I'd see here, I'm just holding it at 90 degrees. I get right to that, right to the root, tap, tap, and then just pull through. Okay, comb backwards that time. Okay. 90 degrees is going to get her body as well, which I know she likes. Again, I have my temperature. Oh, sorry. I have my temperature set at 350 because of her texture, because she's very porous, she's fine, she's compromised, over processed, whatever you want to call it, all of the above. You know, so I set it at 350. Also make sure that the passes you're doing are to your client's needs as far as their hair is concerned. Take a look at their texture and make sure that the passes, you're not overdoing the passes. So I do more passes again from root to mid shaft than I do from mid shaft to ends, because the ends are always more compromised, being that they're older. They cannot handle the amounts that the root to mid shaft can. So your rule of thumb is until you see the shine. That's when you know you're done ironing. It has to be titanium Titanium is the only thing that will crystallize sujuvaxin into the hair. Very, very important. Do not try to use a ceramic one. It won't work. I promise you that. All right, this is the last section here. I hope you can see. Oh, I just lost my clip. Thank you. Hold it up 90 degrees. And then I go to the ends. All right. I love this haircut too. She pulls it off. I could never. Put this hair back, and she is done. And I'm going to put a little serum for her flyaways. And this is our serum, by the way. If you haven't tried it, you need to try it. It smells so wonderful that I actually put it on my body. And when I do so, sometimes people will come up to me and say, "What perfume are you wearing? It smells so good." All right, so just a little goes a long way. I'm just gonna take down those flyaways. This is her side mullet. I'm gonna show you the front here. Oops. There we are. You can see full 360. I can try to move the camera a little bit so you can see a little bit more. And you can see that she's back to her platinum.
It's really flowing so nice.
And you see that shine. It's so beautiful. And
Oh,
it actually moves. I've never seen her hair move before, ever. Look
I
at that
like it.
movement.
I love this side.
Isn't that
So,
great?
like, blunt and for me.
Yes, it looks gorgeous. So there it is, guys. This is the best acai treatment along with the hot bombshell mask that we've done on Melissa today. And I really thank you guys for joining us today and sharing this time with me, taking some time out of your day as well. And I want to thank Melissa as well as
Thank you.
Deborah. I'm gonna rinse her out now. I think we're exceeded the 60 minutes, but that's okay. Because she's a mannequin and she doesn't mind. Anyway, thank you guys so much for joining. Again, if you have any questions, please, you can write in the chat box or contact customer service. If you have questions directly for me, you can ask for me and they can guide you to me. Again, my name is Rachel Summer. This is GK Hair showing you today the best acai taming system, our keratin, okay? So thanks again. Have a good one.
Thank you.